Good morning. Hi. Welcome back to Grandma's Closet. It's been a minute, hadn't it? Um, Happy Saturday morning. I hope your week was fantastic, and I hope you made lots of sales on whatever platforms you're working on. We'll be talking about that in a little bit. Oh my goodness, 8. Okay. Good morning, 8. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate you. Let's head into the chat and say some good mornings and hellos. Good morning, Johnny, my love. Hello and good morning to everyone. Johnny's so friendly as usual. There is my Ronnie. I cannot wait. Got to hop in the shower and then I'll be here all fresh and clean. I'm so glad you're washing that booty. Thank you so much for getting all cleaned up for me. I feel special. Raquel, good morning. How are you? How are you? I've missed you, dear. It's so nice to see everybody this morning. Thank you so much, Raquel, for being here. Lisette, hello, my love. Oh, she sent me the most wonderful positive messages when I was ill and just really just made my week. It was wonderful. Hello, good morning, vintage gems, jewels, and pearls. Vintage jewels, gems, and pearls. See, I got that one backwards. I'm getting slicker. I'm getting smarter about it, huh? Good morning. It's great to see you here. Thank you so much for coming. Happy hour hollers, my Brunette, Janet and Bryn. Mwah. Thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate everybody taking the time to come and say hello. Jennifer Hayes, good morning, gorgeous. How are you doing this morning? Jennifer with the good nails. Oh, here comes Ella with the pink hand waving, hand pink waving blanket hello. Sometimes the emojis I don't think translate all that well. And that happens. Oh my God, you guys are both there. That's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, Ella, super chat. Good morning. Oh my God, it's so nice to see everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I guess I'll start off with talking a little bit about what's been going on. So the past 4 months since I've been on, I think it hasn't been since like November 1st, so November, 3 months. A little over 3 months, I guess. Where I've been, well, I've had some things going on. Hey, Amy, hi, how you doing, baby? It's good to see you, baby girl. I've had some things going on. I've had, some health issues, some other health issues. Got COVID, so I shared that with my sister's family for Christmas because we're givers. And I had my appendix removed. I had to have my appendix removed, and that was a nightmare. And then I spent like a week in Vegas, like 2 weeks after that, right on the recovery. I spent a week in Vegas because my friend was getting married. So I was actually in Vegas for my friend's wedding, and they had an Elvis at this wedding chapel, and oh, he was so cute. He had a bottom you could bounce a cord out off of. It was so cute. They had a really cute, sweet wedding, and we just had a fantastic time in Vegas. So it's been, life's a bunch of up and downs. And I have really missed you all, and I missed me a little. I missed me. I missed doing my thing. So I'm back, and I'll be here every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So let me make sure I catch up in the chat because I see Kristen here. Hello, Tiny Dancer. Mwah. Hello. We were just talking about how one should always take the chance and take the opportunity, I guess I should say, of dancing in the streets whenever one gets a chance. And my sister is so fantastic about dancing in the streets with me. We did that on her 21st birthday, and then we did it in Vegas, and we just had such a wonderful time. I did end up hurting my hip because that's what happens when old people dance outside. But we had just such a wonderful time. And she's my street dancer with, well, okay, that doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean. She'll dance with me in the streets. Dodo, good morning. It's nice to see you. Hello. Your Instagram posts are, by the way, hilarious. There are so many. Dodo's got like the best sense of humor, guys. Check out her Instagram posts. She really always has she's not everything is funny, but the things that are funny are so funny. Liv, it's nice to see you. Hello. Good morning, baby. Hi. Hi, Liv. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So that's what's been going on. It's just been, life and a lot of things happening all at once. And sometimes things all collide at once and you get way overwhelmed and you just have to kind of stop. And I really honestly didn't think I'd be back on YouTube. I was ready to give it up forever. Or so I thought. And turns out I was not actually as ready to give up forever as I thought. So thank you guys so much for your support. And let's see, Dana, your hips were just a little rusty. Oh, honey, they were super rusty. The hips don't lie either way. They kind of lied to me. They were like, hey, guess what? You can still do hip hop from the 90s. Turns out that was a lie. The DNA test proved my hip hurt. So yeah, that was a giant lie. It was so bad. But I did have fun and I got to celebrate. And like I said, it just lifted my spirits so much. It was just fantastic. Good morning, P. Murph. Hello. Mwah. Good morning, my Murph. Patrick Murphy. Yeah, always dance when you can, because there may come a time when you can't and you hear that music and you wish you had. So yeah, that's a big thing. Now let me grab my notes because I do, of course, have notes. So every Saturday morning I'll be live at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time for the live broadcast. And then on March the 30th, which is way off from now, but I thought I'd just bring it up now. March the 30th, I'll be on Ella's auction. I also will be on Roy with Horizon Picks has a sale abration for his 1,000 subscribers. So that is next Friday night. So I'll be popping on there. And I have to talk to Aunt Boo and possibly you'll see her too. I don't know. She's not, she doesn't love being in front of the camera, but she is, in my opinion, beautiful enough to do that every day. So we will see. It's entirely up to her. But I'll be on there and I'll be doing a giveaway. Hello, my pal Sal Vintage. Hello. Good morning. And Jen, we missed you, Jen. We did miss you. Let's see. Good morning, Apple Teeny. Good morning, Apple Martini. She's my favorite apple. She's my favorite apple. Cam, good morning, folks. Oh, I like the way you spell folks, Folx. Hope everyone is doing swell. I am doing swell, and hopefully the rest of the chat is as well. Rough morning dropping off my packages this morning. I have been through taco hell, that is. Oh, Taco Bell in the morning. You know what that means. That means you better get a good book for the afternoon because you're going to be busy and isolated for a bit. If you do get a chance, guys, Jennifer Hayes drops everybody's link. Look at this. Every single time in every chat, no payment, no nothing. She just does. She does it. And so I'm going to highlight Patrick's thing. If you have a chance to buy Jennifer a milkshake, please go do so. Please show her your support as she has shown all of us so much of hers. I would really, really appreciate that. Susan, hello, Susan's Nexus. Good morning. Good morning. We'd rather have a Krispy Kreme donut. Yeah, me too, kid. Me too. Actually, I don't know if I had they have over at the ballpark nearby, there's like a minor league baseball team, and they have a Krispy Kreme donut cheeseburger. And that thing is so good. It's a warm Krispy Kreme with like cheese and burger between it. It's so good. Until you take a drink of your soft drink, which is ice cold, and then you realize that your mouth is completely coated with shortening. So that's a little weird. But if you don't do that, then yeah. You had to go gluten-free. Oh my goodness. Gluten-free is tough. That's a tough thing. It is delicious. and tired, but I got my Ulta unsouped, undamaged goodies yesterday. So happy about that. Oh, yay. Oh, I love it. Don't you love it when that Ulta beauty order comes in? I get some of my makeup from there because it's less expensive than buying it from like a department store where they sell it. So they have really great deals on those. Okay, hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I apologize. Chat's going kind of fast, faster than I thought it would. But I really welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I'm going to start out with an ask the chat question. Okay, so what, if any, reselling platforms that you might use are underperforming for you? And why do you think that is? Like if eBay's underperforming for you, do you sort of have an idea about what the issue is? If Poshmark, if the Real ThreadUp, Depop, anything like that, if it's underperforming for you, do you have a clue as to why that is? Because sometimes I know why Poshmark is underperforming for me, but sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have no idea. Oh, you meant free from the oh, you lucky girl. You got the free Mac. You go, girl. Okay, so Susan's Nexus says Depop is underperforming for her. Raquel Swartz says Poshmark live sales are underperforming for her. I haven't tried the Poshmark live sales yet. Let's see. Depop is underperforming for me because I am a grandma and don't know cool things. You know what? That's why I haven't tried yet to sell on Depop, because I don't know what's cool. I haven't been cool. Actually, I don't even think I've ever been cool. I don't even think when I was supposed to be cool, I was cool. Good morning, Horizon. You sure did hear your ears burning. Yeah, we mentioned the thing. Jen says Etsy because of me. Sometimes we get like a little bit of a listing. We're just like, it's just a mental block with the listing. I'm not selling right now, but I've heard quite a few people still complaining about little to no Posh sales. I've had that with, I've heard that. I honestly haven't been much on Poshmark for the past like month and a half. So I'm a little behind. I just started listing again this week, and I've had it on and off of vacation mode because of illnesses and vacations and stuff for a month. So it wasn't a good comparison for me. I can't give a fair assessment. I haven't had internet for 2 weeks, so I'm severely limited in what I can do. Me too. I mean, not about the internet, but yeah, I'm kind of, I was ill and other stuff. And, it's just been not so much. Bama, good morning. Good morning, buddy. It's nice to see you. I hope you and your family are doing fantastic this morning. Hope things are great in Alabama. Apple Martini, Roy, Mr. 1K. That's right. So we're just talking, if you're just joining us, we're just talking about what, if any, reselling platforms have been underperforming for you and how you're dealing with it, or, why you think it may be underperforming. Dodo says, Macari and eBay, I'm not spending enough time on them. Same thing with Posh. I can't really track my sales that well because I haven't been involved with it. No, Poshmark is underperforming because of live sales, I think. Honestly, Raquel, I think you're onto something there. Susan, your 80s cool. At least you have that. I am like, yeah, I don't even know. I'm pretty sure I've never been cool. And I'm okay with that. I own it. Posh has been all over the map for us. Some good days, and then the next day will be 0 or 10. Yeah. Posh is down for me, Susan says, but eBay is better right now. Veronica was saying the same thing. Posh sales, who is she? We don't know her anymore. Who's she? This Posh, who dis? Yeah. New Posh, who dis? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Depop is what saved my January. I started listing about 3 weeks ago, and I've had $100 in and 3 over $40 in sales. Wow. So maybe I should try Depop. I don't know. Dodo, you're probably a lot cooler than I am. Macari, because I don't give it much attention. Yeah. Yeah. I can understand that. Because, right? Because if you ignore your platform, if you ignore a platform, then it's not going to produce for you, the same way as if you're like knee deep in it, and really giving it your all. And sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you can't. Let's see. John says, Posh sales are happening, but slow and steady. That's kind of the way it is for me so far this week. I had the flu after my vacation, but still worked from bed. Girl, you're a stronger woman than I am. When I have the flu, that's it. I'm face down in bed. I'm like, everybody get away from me. I don't even want to. I'm not selling. I'm not working. I'm not even getting up to get my own water. I have Mr. Nichols to take care of me. Well, I have 100 items already. I have to pay to list more. Then I'm going to have to pay to renew. Oh, they have to pay to list more than 100. Oh, yeah. It's if you, yeah. I don't like that. I don't like that, Jennifer. I'd like to invite you to Poshmark where they don't do that. Although the sales are slower, apparently. Let's see. Dodo, what kind of things sell on Depop? I think that's honestly, I with Jack and Ryan, with Jack Valentine, I would check with Ryan's videos for like their haul videos and see what he's buying for Depop, because he's had a lot of success on Depop. When eBay opens up to live sales, we'll definitely jump on that. I thought the same thing with Posh, Roy, but I got to tell you, I never did jump on the Posh one. And I thought I was going to be, go into WhatsApp. I even had you help me out with that. And I ended up just not, I don't know. I may not be a live sales. That may not be the best way for me to sell what I sell, unless I'm doing it like on an auction and it's not like clothing and stuff. I'm not sure. Let's see. I think Posh live sales hurt the regular sales. I think people hop on to be entertained now instead of to shop, and I think they're still messing with the algorithm. That sounds truer than truth. The saga is absolutely ridiculous. Local reps try to help, but corporate reps and their tech support are basically worthless. Oh, okay. That's a strong opinion. Yeah. Old Posh, who dat? Oh, no. eBay sucks right now, but a little less than Posh. Let's see. Posh, I'm using a bot to share and send offers. My sales have started to pick up. Yeah, I hit the bot a lot. Yeah. I only shop YouTube unless I want something specific. I will look on eBay. Or Apple Martini. You could check out our Poshmark closets. I know. I'm shameless self-promotion, and that's awful. No, I hope you're having I hope you are getting really great things. I agree. I've noticed that if I list every day on Posh, even if it's just 2 to 3 items, I get consistent sales. If I don't list for 3 to 4 days, my sales reflect it. Have to feed the beast. I'm learning. Yeah, it really is. Also selling more non-clothing items on Posh right now, makeup, shoes, and even old toys. I put a lot of stuff out on Posh. I haven't had a whole bunch of stuff, but yeah, a lot of things other than, things that I come across that I'm like, you know what, let's give her a whirl and put it on Posh instead of eBay this time. Posh just charges out the wazoos and fees and shipping discounts. Yeah, there's always some trade-off. That people call eBay feebay. Slutty cup. Honestly, yeah. Guys, another shameless plug, but this is for my buddy Veronica. This Thursday night, she does have Relist and Relax. It's such a fun chat, and there's no pressure. There's no sales. There's none of that. You just kind of hang out. It's just hanging out with other resellers like this morning. So yeah, it's oh, you paid 20 cents an item to list. Oh my goodness. So yeah, if you haven't checked out Veronica's channel, please hit that link. It's a really good time, and it is really just relisting and relaxing. eBay has been so good. I go where my bread is buttered. I get that. Need fresh merchandise. Oh, bins. Yes. Hard to get started on eBay. eBay is one of those things where it's tough to list. You can't list from your phone. Well, I mean, you can do drafts from your phone, from what I understand, and then go to your laptop and list. But it's, for me, I like Posh because I can just list like right from my phone. I've watched some Posh sales and things are so underpriced. Yeah, it's with the live shows. I think they're sort of trying to be the whatnot of that. Ironically, I sold 2 dusty rose-colored pieces today. I don't know if that's going to be a thing now. Well, you never know. You never ever know. Subtle glamour, so subtle. Yeah, I really am the queen of secretive behavior. Yeah. Oh, give me just a second, guys. Oh, sorry. I came back from Vegas with a little bit of a cough, and there's no like fever or anything like that. But anyone want to sell me bulk teas, send me your link. I know a guy. Probably I'd be selling you back the same bulk teas that you sold me. Private sales through IG are coming in a third way. That's definitely trending for me. Interesting. Okay, so in Instagram sales. Apple, you never make it to my sales. Oh, okay. We small but mighty every other Thursday. You know what? I have the best time in your chats. I really do. Okay, Susan, bye. Thank you so much for coming by. I really, really appreciate your time. I do. Saturday morning's usually kind of busy. Let's see. Jennifer said, I thought a lot of people list right from their phone on eBay. So I guess maybe some of them do. I don't know. The only thing I figured out is that Johnny had that chat or had that video about doing drafts on eBay from your phone. And when I asked him about that, he's like, yeah, you do the drafts on your phone and then you do them on a computer. But he didn't say that you can't do the listing from your phone. So I'm going to have to check with him about that, because I've always done mine like the hard way. I always make it, of course, the most difficult way possible. I'm like, hey, me, let's do that. Oh, here we have some more chats coming in. Hey, Jamie J. Hello. Mwah. Good morning. I'm so glad you're here this morning. Danny B, my love, my heart. Oh, love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. I do everything on my phone for listing. That's good to know, Jen. I'm going to have to figure this out, because I don't like cross listing, but I do like having sales coming in from both eBay and Poshmark. And I just think that there are some things that sell better on eBay, such as men's clothing. Some tennis shoes, some jewelry actually sells better on eBay than it does on Posh. And there are some things that sell better on Poshmark. If I've got a brand that's a higher end brand, but it's not one of the most well-known brands, it's just more expensive, then yeah, Poshmark is probably going to be where I want to go with that. I think listing clothing from your phone is tricky because there are so many categories. Yes, they do have a lot of categories. Sorry, like I said, I'm a little snotty. Yes, if you want to, you can list them from your phone for eBay, Mercari, and Etsy. I did not know that. Thank you, Johnny. May I ask how many people are on both Posh and eBay? I have thought taking the plunge to eBay, but considering. I actually am on Posh and eBay. I do have both. I just haven't really paid attention to my eBay store in like 8 months. So, and I usually list like 10 to 15 things on eBay, just things that I don't think will sell on Posh that well. So I'd like to get more involved with my eBay store. I just have to sort of, really make up my mind to do it and then do it. And possibly a cross listing thing. Patrick, that's a lot of technology. That's a lot of technology. He's a techno dude. Let's see. Ronnie says Posh, eBay, Mercari, and Depop. Yeah. Yeah. When you have a cross listing tool too, she's got one of those. Veronica, can you put in the chat which one you use? And if you want to put your link in the chat to which one use it, that's perfectly fine with me too. I think the cross-listing tools, if you have a really good inventory control, I think that cross-listing tools like Vendu and like the other ones, List Perfectly and stuff, I think that they can really help you out. John says, I was really reluctant to return to eBay, but I can say I'm glad I did return. It has helped my sales tremendously. Yeah, absolutely. I think, sometimes a platform will burn you. You got to step away for a minute and go, man, I'm really mad at you. But, if it's lucrative, sometimes you go back. If I didn't sell teas through YouTube lives, I would definitely be posting to Depop or Bosch or both. Yeah. Okay, it's Vendu. Good. Okay. So thank you so much for your responses, by the way. They asked the chat. That's so interesting to me to see everybody's perspectives. And I think when we share perspectives, it makes all of our decisions more informed as resellers. I think it's fantastic. I did want to just do a little bit of reseller news. I'm not doing this week in sales because, again, I'm just getting ramped up again. I'm just getting started again. So I've sold 6 things this week, all on Poshmark. And I've made about $150, which is not it's not a fortune, but it helps buy the eggs. It's a down payment on a dozen eggs. So that's good. In reseller news, I wanted to talk about ThreadUp because I was watching Veronica's video, and ThreadUp is actually accepting boxes again. So if you have inventory, clothing or shoes or bags that you want to send to ThreadUp, now is the time. Get on there, get a clean out kit. Now they did change something though. They used to have like a 16-week processing was free, and then they had like the high dollar rush processing or whatever, right? Like you could get it for like $20 and now you get it processed in like 2 weeks or something. They've changed that now where they don't have the free option anymore, but you can do like, I think it was $2.99. And then the rest of it, they have free options on like, do you want to do the free shipping? Do you want to do the free blah, 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 and all that stuff, and the free boxes. So just note that there is the $3 thing. But I had to send that to, I had a box of things that I wanted to send to ThreadUp. So it is possible to do that again. So if anybody was holding out to do that, now would be the time. Jocelyn, hello. Mwah. Good morning, sweetheart. Good morning. It's lovely to see you. Kristen, bye. Oh my God, I hope you have the best day, and we'll talk later. Love you, sugar. Tracy Cakes, good morning. Hello. It's so good to see you. Guys, I'm so sorry. My hair's all over the place. It's so good to see you this morning. Welcome. She has some great coffee. Wow. I've actually gotten some of her coffee before, and I was telling her yesterday, like the Highlander grog was so good to me. I loved it. Now, if I didn't say it, I'd be remiss. So we better release that Kraken. Release the Kraken. I love Kraken so much. I love Christine so much. She's just a sweet, adorable thing. My hair looks great. Totally 80s. Yeah. It's been like that since the 80s. This is what happens when I hop out of the shower and I do not blow dry my hair straight. My hair dryer, guys, is up in my attic. We had a pipe burst. We had a pipe that froze. So everything inside of the pipe was frozen. It didn't burst, but it froze. And my husband had to go upstairs with my hair dryer and hair dry the pipe. And finally it loosened up and we got it going. And the problem is that my hair dryer is still up there. I've reminded him twice. I'm like, okay, if I have to tell you a third time, we're going to have a problem. Because now I'm going to take one of your, I don't know, your deodorant or something. I don't know. I probably wouldn't, but yeah, he would get a not as nice dinner or something. Oh, thank you guys. You're so sweet. It just gets, it's just curly, and the curly hair girls want the straight hair girls want the curly hair. It's a timeless thing. So yeah. Gotta respect it. Patrick, it is before noon. I am not going to put that. Where did I see? I saw Fartsack come in. Hi, Fartsack. How you doing this morning? Good morning. Good morning, buddy. It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming, is what she said. Sorry, I can't help it. So that's really reseller news. And just that thing with ThreadUp. I did notice that office clothing is starting to pick up in sales for me. So I would I would probably, take a look at, some of your office clothing. If you have those in your death pile, maybe put those towards the front. Because a lot of people are buying office clothing. I also have been selling spring colored dresses. So those are going. I just sold a teal dress that I listed last night and then I sold it. I listed it the night before and then I sold it. No, actually, I think I did list it and sell it in the same night. So that was crazy. But it's one of those things that I think people's minds are finally starting to turn to all of the social things that are coming up in the spring. So this brings me to my fashion update, and we're going to talk a little bit about what's coming up in spring fashion. And I know that it's red carpet season, but I wanted to really do one dedicated red carpet roast and just go from the Golden Globes all the way to the Oscars when I get a chance. I may have to break that up into two things because, my God, there's so much to talk about. And child, we will have sweet and salty treats because, oh my God, because Chanel, why do you hate Margot Robbie so much? I don't understand what Chanel thinks they're doing with her. Why would you take one of the most beautiful women on the planet and dress her like that? Shame on you, Chanel. Shame on you. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. I do see, this is what I'm seeing, not just on the runways, but in the street styles as well. And you're going to see these even when you walk into Target, like their little fashion, area. And so spring fashion tends to be more girly as far as women's clothing goes, more ruffles, more pastels, more florals, things like that. So it automatically tends to be super girly. What we're seeing though is this juxtaposition where it's super girly on one end and very masculine on the other. So we have these giant, wide, oversized, wide leg pants with like the pockets going all down, and they're almost like wide-legged cargo pants. Like, it's very Y2K. And then you'll see it with like a ruffled shirt with like a pussycat bow, or I'm just gonna say pussycat bow. We'll do that. So you'll see like a ruffled skirt with like a cropped t-shirt or like a ribbed tank, like well, they used to call them wife beaters. I don't know what they call them now. But it's that juxtaposition. So people want like that, there's like one piece that's grunge and one piece that's girly, and they want to combine it together. And it really is reminiscent of the late 90s and early Y2K. Watercolor type florals and medium-sized prints. So we're not seeing the teeny tiny prints, and we're not seeing like the really giant floral prints. If you're looking for florals this spring, I would probably suggest medium-sized kind of prints on like a lighter background, but also not like super pronounced, like here's a flower. It's almost like kind of a watercolor pastel-y situation in the background. So it almost looks like a watercolor painting. So that's kind of what you're looking for as far as the spring florals. And spring is always going to have florals, florals for spring, groundbreaking, right? Veronica, sorry, I didn't mean to beat you to the punch. Oh, yeah, the 90s jean code jeans. Yeah, Liv. Yeah, those are awesome. Yeah, they took Harley Quinn. Oh, my God, you would not believe what they did to her. They did her wrong, and we will talk about that. Yeah, shame on Chanel. Shame on Chanel. They put her in something that washed her completely out. It was so god awful. And she's one of the most beautiful women in the world. And they dressed her like I'm like, you're the house of Chanel. How can you do that? You're supposed to be a style house. How can you not look and go at her and go, oh, this is horrible? And it really was. They keep putting her in crappy stuff. They've done it all along. It's awful. Black and white polka dots. So we're seeing a lot of every runway has black and white polka dots. And again, kind of a thing for spring. We've seen it before. It's not anything new. But you're seeing like the really big, wide leg palazzo pants in the black and white polka dots, or the big, oversized blouses in the black and white polka dots. And speaking of oversized, and this is the last place I'm going to go with this. Oversized handbags are starting to come back. And when I say oversized, I mean like the ones that they're seeing on the streets of New York are ginormous. They're like the huge oversized handbags. And do you remember in the 90s when everybody had giant handbags? And then everybody went to like little handbags, tiny handbags, and then everybody went to crossbodies. And some people went to like wallets and things like that. The ginormous handbags are making a huge comeback this year. So check that for your fashion. You really want to kind of keep an eye on these things. Not just the runway looks, but also the street looks. And strangely enough, legit, go to Target and take a look. Go to Target and take a look. Just walk in, and see, what they're selling too, because they really do have their finger on the pulse of what young kids are buying, and not just young kids, but young fashionable people with, and here's the key word: disposable income. Disposable income. They don't have a house payment yet. Get those sales. Tam and Bell, hello, good morning, or I guess good evening in the UK. Let's see. I think you guys are. Yeah, I think it might be maybe tea time there. Hello, Tam and Bell. It's so nice to see you. Thank you so much. Swampy, how you doing, Swampy? It's good to see you this morning. Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, Jinko really they are for reselling. Let's see. Did I get everybody? Yeah. That embroidered rose snake on the side. Sweet. See, the thing is that here's what Chanel has been doing to Margot Robbie for the past few years. She's been a brand ambassador for Chanel. Now she's actually, for some reason, and I don't know what reason, because I wasn't in the room when they signed whatever contract or just made whatever decision. But for whatever reason, the last couple of red carpets that she's been on, she's been switching it up. And I want to say she had at least one Balenciaga. Was it Balenciaga? It might have been problematic, but she had two other red carpets where she wasn't wearing Chanel. And I just happened to notice it because I was like, wow, that's kind of weird, because she's a Chanel girl. And they have screwed her up consistently. So maybe that's why, because she kept getting on the worst dress list again and again and again on red carpets. So maybe she took a break from them, I guess. She gave them another chance this time. I sincerely hope that this is the last chance that she gives them, because they are washing her out. She is a pale person. You cannot put a pale person in a light pink dress and expect for it to work. Not only that, they're not doing her any favors. I mean, they are just, they're pairing it with jewelry that's frankly old and stale. They just, yeah, child, we'll talk about everybody on the red carpet, sometime within the next few weeks, probably. Let's see, these dang disposable youngsters while I'm down here in disposable underwear, right? Honey, me too. Good morning, cops. Good morning, crossovers. How you doing? Oh, that's what we were looking. I was still lost. Yeah. I've seen one of those Kardashians wearing a giant lion head on her dress. If that's fashion, no thanks for me. I'm not a big fan of like the Kardashian fashion thing, but that has more to do with, how they got famous and what they're famous for, and which is nothing was standing in front of a camera, and their sister, I think, made it porn. That's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother salty treat we can go down. But honestly, I just, I really don't look to them as fashion icons. They're not the Jackie O to me. They're not even really the Marilyn Monroe to me. They're just kind of, I know I've got old people references. Just work with me on this. So that is my fashion news for the week. That's my fashion update. We will be doing a red carpet show. Let me know in the chat, or down below if you're watching this later. Let me know if you prefer for that fashion update to be a late night update or a Saturday morning update. Let me know. It'd be interesting to see. Oh, okay. So I do have sweets for the sweetest. Those are shout outs to everybody. And before I do that, I always like to talk about the salty treats. And here is my salty treat of the week. The problem that I had was this. So on Saturday of last week, and it was like late Saturday afternoon, way too late for me to get a pickup that day. I went on USPS online. I scheduled a pickup for them to pick up 3 packages from my front porch. And on Monday morning, I woke up and it was clear out. It was clear out until like the afternoon. So I woke up and I put those packages on my front porch in a basket. Now about noon, 1 o'clock, we started getting ice, and it really iced up. They never picked up those packages. Understandable, there was an ice storm. Then that night, the ice stops. So my husband and I get out and we salt the entire driveway down. By morning, the driveway is completely dry. I got my mailbox had been empty. So I got my mail on Tuesday. What I did not get was the person who's supposed to pick up my package. If I go online and I schedule a package pickup with you and I'm paying for priority mail postage, why am I not getting an email that updates me and goes, hey, you know what, Dana, we can't make it today because of the ice storm. We'll try to make it tomorrow, but it may be as late as Wednesday. Something that I can actually turn around and go, hey, customers, this is what USPS told me. Instead, I had to get into my car in 11-degree weather and drive all the way, like 5 minutes away to the post office and drop this stuff off. Now, I realize that sounds lazy, privileged, and stupid. But if you make me a promise that you're going to come get my stuff, come get my stuff. It's not like I'm not giving you money for it, I mean, I'm like, if there's a delay, my trash people, if there's a 5-second delay in my trash pickup, they email me right away. They're like, hey, here's an update, blah, 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 blah. And the United States Postal Service is like, up yours. We'll pick it up when we do. I'm like, dude, I've got people waiting for these things, and they may have, some sort of special occasion, special event. It may be a gift giving situation where they are, where they're expecting this package to be shipped within a reasonable amount of time. Throw your hot coffee at them next time. You know what, Roy? If I did, it would have frozen that day. It would have been like those boiling water frozen things. Have you seen those? I would have been that guy. So yeah, there would have been like coffee glitter coming down on my, and then they just get my free coffee. And that's not right. Coffee's too expensive too. But yeah, I was so salty about that. I'm still aggravated about that a little bit. I'm like, all you have to do is communicate. Communication is so easy. And I reached out to my customers on Monday and I said, hey, there's ice here. I noticed that they didn't pick up your packages today. I'm so sorry. I'm waiting for them to pick up your packages, but I'll put them back out tomorrow, Yeah, here's your treat, jerk. Here you go, sucker. Yeah. My little 2-party mail. Yeah. Like if I put things in the mailbox and put the flag up, that's an expectation. That's straight. But if I actually go online to USPS and make like a whole thing and they make you fill out a whole stupid page and, that's 5 minutes of my life I'm not getting back. And again, I do realize how spoiled and privileged and silly it sounds. But when you're a reseller and you've got things going out and you've got a timeline, Why can't you just communicate? Why can't they just communicate with us? To schedule a pickup, it has to be priority mail, right? It does not, Jennifer Hayes. I've actually scheduled pickups for parcel post as well. That's true. Yeah, parcel pickup really is a game changer. And yes, it can be first class too. Yeah, so yeah, you can actually go online. Now, whether or not they pick it up, that's my salty. That may end up making you a little salty. So yeah, it's not that they always don't, but it just seems like when I really, really need the pickup, when I really need to not go to the post office because I'm just busier in a one-arm paper hanger, they can't. They got nothing for me. They're like, yeah, no, see your dirty little package for not picking that up. And I get really salty about it. I get really cranky. Liv, you've never had luck with package pickups? Yeah. Sometimes I swear, sometimes they do. Sometimes they're like bad about it. My delivery guy is awesome and I tip him often. This is generally good with pickups. Sometimes USPS does really suck though, I feel like. Yeah, sometimes they suck. And I'm nice to my mail lady. Like I gave her Christmas and that sort of thing. So I'm nice to my people and I always say thank you and I'm always polite and all that stuff. Maybe I'm not tipping enough. Maybe I need to come out with like a cup of hot, fresh coffee and a gift certificate for a Subway sandwich or something. I don't know. maybe I'm going about it the wrong way. I'm getting all salty when in fact the issue is mine. That is a possibility. I.e. this morning I went through hell for USPS, Taco Hell. Yeah. You have spreadsheets. I am so impressed, Patrick Murphy. Just when you think you know somebody, they're like, by the way, I have spreadsheets. And I'm like, whoa. I do want to talk a little bit about before we move on. There was a very interesting talk. It wasn't last night, although that was interesting too. But the week before that on Mess Hall Diggs channel, which if you're looking for Buffalo Picker and on Friday nights, he's actually a guest on Mess Hall Diggs, or at least he has been last week and this week. And I think he's part of their panel now. So that would be the channel to go to if you like to get the information for Buffalo, especially if you do like retail arbitrage, he does a lot of that. But they were talking about how sometimes people that you socialize with in the reseller community or in other communities where that you mix with online, sometimes people you try to be as kind as possible, and sometimes people mistake that kindness for weakness. And so they had a lot of really great things to say, and a lot of really good insights on that. And I would add to that, I worked in the hospitality industry for a very long time. And a lot of times people will mistake someone who's naturally friendly and just born with their tail wagging like I am and just outgoing. Sometimes people will mistake that for being fake. You couldn't possibly be like that. Yeah, I kind of am. I mean, don't get me wrong. I get salty just like the next guy, but yeah, it was a really great, look at the perspective and how it relates to like the reseller community and how it relates to people in that world. And sometimes, the perception. Yes, Veronica, it's called diplomatic. Roman, I see you there. It's been 12 hours since I've seen you. I missed you. Okay, Roman, we can hear you, right? Yeah, Jen, I'm thinking about Subway too. I think that's why I brought it up. I was like, ooh, food. So yeah, I found it to be fascinating. It is apropos of nobody. I promise you all that. It's not directed at anybody, anything like that. I made a note that I was like, this was really good. So, maybe it's just something that you want to look at or whatever, if you have the time. Now, before the last thing, before we hit the sweets and the shout outs, I would like to do what I call the 7th inning stretch. So I am going to I'm going to stand up and I'm actually going to stretch out a little bit, because a lot of times what happens is with YouTube we will sit and watch something and we get stuck in a chair, and we don't want to go away because we don't miss anything cool. So I'm going to ask everybody just to take like 30 seconds and just stand up and stretch, and I'm going to do that right now. Oh, you didn't actually think you were going to get to see my whole disgusting body, right? So stretch out, just stretch those arms towards the sky and stretch them out on the side. And I'm going to stretch out my lower back a little bit. Just kind of get up and move around. Or just hop in place or get a cup of coffee or something. Yeah. I just think that it's a good idea. When you're sitting still for a while, I don't want to, how when you're watching a play and you get to the point where you're like, okay, when is intermission? It's kind of like that. It's all about the delivery. It really is. I forgot that Patrick said hello and hit that button. See, yeah, you got to pay attention to Patrick Murphy, because he's going to direct you on where to go. You've been running around with your headphones on listening. Good. Jennifer, it doesn't always feel good when you stretch and you get like that little crack and you're like, oh yeah. Patrick's going to smoke. I'll be there soon. Yeah, the stretches, it's just kind of nice to stretch out and go, okay, that's right. And of course, this was something that I came up with because, after I hurt my hip, I was like, well, I really should start stretching out more. And I sit and watch YouTube. Stretching is nice, especially when you also try doing pull-ups. Let me know how those go. I have never been able to complete a full-on pull-up. And when my son went into the military, when he went into the Marines, you had to be able to do 20 of them without stopping. And he had never done one. And so he had to drop weight and start, doing this. And whoa, he got really stacked really quick. He got like really, muscular and like strong with that. Snap, crackle, pop. Yes. Child, I could go to the bathroom and I would hear the snap, crackle, pop. I'm going to take some pics. Good for you. Good for you, Jen. That's good. Okay, so my sweets for the sweetest. Let me start out by saying this. Last fall, whenever I ended my show, or at least when I went on hiatus, we'll say, I failed to give my sister, I for my own personal reasons and frankly, for selfish ones, I failed to give my sister the credit that she was due for all of the creativity and all of the hard work that she did on what I have always called our channel. And I neglected to do that, and I owe her a sincere apology. I owe you all a sincere apology because you should have heard that. So to Aunt Boo, I would like to give her the strongest shout out. I love my sister. I love my sister more than anything. And she was directly responsible for any of my pre-recorded videos and frankly for, cheering me on during the live ones too. So for Aunt Boo and her editing skills that she had to learn from scratch, and the hours and hours and hours and hours that she would spend on one 30-minute video, for all of the time, for all of the hard work, for everything, just for being my support, for being a wonderful sister, and always being absolutely fantastic. Thank you. Thank you, Carrie. I could not have done this without you. I wouldn't have gotten this far without you. I wouldn't have gotten past day one without you. And so I, just make sure that Carrie gets the credit that she deserves. And again, my apologies because I'm late with it, and it shouldn't have ever gotten that far. So yeah, I just, I love my sister, and she is fantastic. I also wanted to give a very personal shout out to my husband. Over the past 3 months, I have gone through everything. I went through, God, crisis, and then, mental health crisis, physical health crisis, another physical health crisis, existential crisis. I mean, over and over and over again, no matter where I was, no matter what I was doing, he met me where I was. He met me with what I was doing. He supported me. He held my hand. He hugged me. He showed me all the love, all the support. I could not have asked for a better life partner. I couldn't. He's always been my rock, and my husband's name is Dennis, and he is, we call him Grandpa, and he is the man on the. I respect him so much, and I trust him so much, and that's very, very rare for me. And he is honestly just the greatest love of my life, and I owe him everything. And my angel, just my saving angel. So also shouts out to my loving husband. I love you, honey. If you're watching, I love you. He may be looking at this later. Baseball season is here. Oh, thank you, Bama. Mwah, thank you. Let's see. And okay, so to the staff at Mercy Hospital. There was a nurse named Christine who sounds exactly like Ella, guys. If you know who Ella is, and I'm pretty sure all you guys know who Ella is, save her first. And if you don't, it's really funny because this nurse named Christine sounded exactly like her. She was from Jamaica, and originally, and then came to the United States. But she was just the sweetest thing, and she really took care of. I really felt like I had an advocate there, and she was fantastic. My reseller friends also have been a constant source of encouragement and support, specifically Veronica and Patrick, but also, extended to, Lissa, Jennifer, Johnny. I mean, everybody. It was impossible for me to walk in anywhere, to any chat, and not hear, hey, how you doing? Are things going okay? And we hope you feel better. We're sending you thoughts and prayers. It was incredible. It was incredible, the amount of support. Thank you, each and every single one of you. Those positive vibes mean, sometimes they mean the difference between a good day and a bad day. Sometimes it's just incredible to have those. Miss Sue also keeps me looking right. Now, these are Vegas nails that I have to get, I'm going to have those redone. But Miss Sue, thank you for making sure that I don't look like the crazy old lady that I am. I do want to wish the very best of luck and speedy recovery for Nady Pie with his back surgery. He had that, I think yesterday, was his back surgery. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday and not today. I really wish you a speedy recovery. I hope you have very little pain. The same with Kim, and I'm not sure what her surgery was, and it's none of my Kool-Aid if they don't advertise it. But Kim with Adopted Retrospects, I really, really hope that your recovery is going well, and we are sending you so much love. Mark and Mike were actually my two old guys vintage, the most handsome fellas in the state of Missouri. Although my brother lives here, so I guess the second handsome fellas. But they were ill this week. They weren't feeling well, and I don't know what they were sick with. My guess would be that there is this one of the many, many flus or COVIDs or whatever that's going around. There have really been some nasty stuff going around, and I'm sure you all have seen this all over the country. So Mark and Mike, I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that you're feeling better. Mwah, and I'm sending you much love. And then for Angry Otter, for Michael, and Kevin at Disney this week. I am so excited for you. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so glad that you are enjoying your vacation. Well deserved. Y'all work hard. Very well deserved. And I hope you're having the time of your life. And then let's end with, let's go ahead and end this broadcast today with a moment of joy. I will tell you that that I have a very special appointment tomorrow at noon. My middle son, his wife is having my newest glam baby. So we have a new arrival coming. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So I have a new glam baby on the way, and she already, with this baby shower that we're having tomorrow, she already feels so real. And I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to meet her. She's going to be beautiful. And so that was my moment of joy, that and the street and dancing in the street with my sister. Just, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things in life. So, life's not always, appendicitis. Sometimes it's dancing in the street too, so I'm really, really happy about that. And Michael, it's great to see you this morning. Thank you so much for your congratulations. Now, hopefully I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Did I miss anybody coming in? Oh, Johnny, I just love you so much. I could just squeeze your head. I love you. Oh, he's at the Magic Kingdom. That's cool. Oh, Ronnie, I see you. Horizon, I see you. Unless you're going to say appointment with the Lord. No, that was, yeah. No, I mean, later on I might, if this chili comes back to haunt me again, I might be crying out for mercy, but that's about it. So I hope everybody has a great weekend and a happy Saturday. I certainly, I look forward to seeing all of you very, very soon. Well, next week, but also, you never know you never know what Cajun Roots is going to be up to next week. So never know what's happening Thursday morning. That's all I'm going to say. But much love. Thank you again, everybody, for your support. I don't know. LL Bean said, don't call it a comeback. So I'm not going to do that. But thank you so much for your support. And thank you for hanging out with me this morning. You guys are great. So I'm going to go, I'm going to go take a little break. Oh, speaking of which, smoke break time is over. Time for Jungle Cruise. Ooh, Jungle Cruise. That sounds fun. So everybody have a great weekend. Take good care of yourself and each other. Don't forget to stretch every now and again, okay? And never forget. Please don't ever forget. Glamma still loves you. Bye.